Hi, everybody. This is Miss Palyalonga. This is my 7th year at Hoosick Valley. And this year, like all the other music teachers, I'm doing something a little bit different. I am teaching primarily at the elementary school, K through 3 general music and all the remote classes. And then I am doing percussion lessons at the high school and a few virtual lessons for wind players at the high school. But I'm here to talk to you about a couple things regarding the band program because our change in personnel is just temporary until we're through this pandemic. So I'm just going to go over some general notes about what's going on with band and chorus and some of our regulations that we have to follow. So this year, all band lessons of woodwind and brass players, or we sometimes call them wind players, 7th through 12th grade, will be remote only. We have to do it that way because there are guidelines that say that we have to be 12 feet apart even with masks on. So we have to follow the New York State guidelines until they lift those. So all of those lessons will be remote, which means they will be on Google Meet, like one-on-one, or maybe one teacher and 2 students, something small like that. Percussion lessons will be in person and remote, and that is just based on my availability because I'm also teaching at the elementary school. So primarily they will be in person, but in order to see your children a little bit more regularly, sometimes we may have to meet remotely as well. And so just be aware of that. And we do have a guideline with that on masks, and we have to have masks on the whole time. And it's the same guideline for in-person instruction in classrooms for percussion. So the rule is a little bit stricter for anything that is going to cause more air or saliva to come out of the mouth. So that's why for wind players, which is woodwind and brass, and then for chorus as well. We are focusing on audiation, and audiation really just means to think, but it means it in music. So music comprehension. If you think about when your kids are doing reading groups, and we really are saying that we're working on reading comprehension, which is how we think and understand. That's what we're working on in music a lot this year, K through 12. I bring that up because there is some classroom singing happening, and I want to explain the difference between classroom singing and choral singing, because the guideline for the 12 feet has to do with choral singing. So in classroom singing, we sing at the same volume as your normal speaking voice, and you sing with your mask on. So it wouldn't be any louder than what you're talking with your mask on. And the purpose of that is for the person who is doing the singing, or for the individual to be thinking musically. And so sometimes you have to sing to yourself so that you can get the right pitches or understand what we're talking about in music. So that classroom singing has the guideline that any in-person instruction has. And the difference between that and choral singing, which has the 12-foot rule, is that we're using more volume, so we're singing louder, more breath support, and these are all things that we talk about in our band lessons as well. So it's very similar to playing a woodwind or a brass instrument, and so therefore it's going to have more particles come into the air. And choral singing is for external understanding. So if you think about it, when you're doing choral singing, you're doing it for the purpose of an audience to hear you, or for the rest of the people in the group to hear you. And because we are doing very small group and individualized instruction, we're doing more of the classroom singing. Anything that would require choral singing would have to be remote. So just to give you an idea. And I think that is all I have to say. And if you have questions or concerns, you can feel free to email me or reach out to me. Thank you. Bye.